do think you can romanticize the life that you currently
Yeah.
have to the point that you start to allow yourself to imagine more for yourself,
And it can
and
be
it doesn't
way
feel
more
so far
simple
away.
and less expensive, not as expensive as you think. Although I do think,
Oh,
we were talking
sure.
about this with a client recently about like, okay, if money isn't your motivating factor, which as someone who money is a motivating factor for both of us, dude, like
Yeah.
the majority of our clients and people that we actually know, like in this entrepreneur life, the small business life, money actually isn't a motivating factor for them. They maybe said it was at the beginning because that's what everyone says, but it's not. And so, first of all, like wrapping my head around that, how it's different for other people has been really interesting. But for this particular client, it is not a motivating factor. And so we're like, okay, you're going to have to find something outside of literal money that's going to motivate you, but money is what's going to make that thing happen. And so like the money still needs to
Yes.
come, but like what can the small thing be? And so we were talking about things and she was brainstorming some stuff and it was very like 5, 10, 15. Maybe this will actually never happen kind of, wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be super cool if this happened? And we're like, no, scale it back. Like what could change in 6 months, in a year, in 2 years if you start making more money? And it could be
Or even in
right, like
3 months. Like,
literally.
I remember you and I having conversations and being like, "I wanna get here so we can
Yes.
do this." But, like,
Now, what
now.
can I do
Like,
now to make this happen in the next quarter? And when I started maybe a year ago at this point, I wanted to get to a point where I wanted to get monthly massages and monthly facials. But it wasn't just the fact, like, probably at that time we could have, like, we definitely could have afforded it. That's not the problem. But I couldn't justify the expense. I couldn't feel good about spending that money. I would feel guilty about it. I would feel bad about it. I would just do the like, I
you
couldn't
couldn't even
even enjoy
enjoy
it. I
it
would just
because
do
you were
one here, there instead of the membership or whatever. And I wanted to be in a place where, like, not only I would do it, but I would feel really good to be like, nope, I'm going to go get a facial right now. And I feel really great about it. And so I finally got to that point because it took not just money, but like some mental headspace. And I've been doing it for about a year now. And I'm telling you, I feel so freaking fancy going to get my facial. I have my esthetician that I've been with for over a year now. I have my massage therapist that I've been with over a year. I love them both. Like, I go to the same people every time. It is such an enjoyable experience and it truly makes me feel like luxury.
Yeah, but, like, what I think it starts with doing little things that don't cost
Yes.
money to, like, build the confidence to figure out what the thing is that might cost money. So I remember early on just being like, what would it look like to run a business where I didn't have to
Yeah.
start at 8 a.m. and I could like go work out
Yeah.
first thing in the morning? P.S. The amount of money you get paid has nothing to do with when you
Right.
start.
Right. At all.
Literally nothing. But to me, luxury was like waking up, taking a slow
Mhm.
morning, going and exercising, coming back. And, you know, I feel like all of it is in seasons, right? But like in that season, that like made me feel so incredibly different. And I think part of it stems from if you've previously, worked in a corporate environment and maybe been laid off before. I remember sitting when I didn't have a job and being like, feeling like this constant pressure if I wasn't actively
Right.
seeking work or like finding something that I was in some way like doing a disservice to myself or like wasting time. So the idea of, okay, now I am in charge of myself, I am in charge of the business I create, like prioritizing anything
Mhm.
over that, it feels
Yeah.
crazy. But it's it's interesting how it is a mindset shift when you realize, oh, I can be totally in charge of
Yes.
my calendar and the way I spend my time, regardless of how
Yep.
much money I'm making. Like, talk about
Yep.
giving yourself power
Mine
back.
was sitting outside on the front porch, having a cup of coffee, reading a book, being slower throughout my morning, having moments in the day to where if I need to step away from the computer, I might go read a chapter and sit outside and enjoy that. Early afternoons feel really luxurious. Thank you.
Luxurious.
Um, or taking early afternoons feel really great for me. All of those things. And I think there are so many things that you can build in. One of the things that feels really luxurious to me too, and it's super simple, but like the fact that we've built a business, we've built a team, we've built a culture of if my kiddo gets sick, I'm out for the day. I'm done. My team has my back. I go get her. We figure it out. We can cuddle. No one's stressed about it. Things can get moved. The luxury of flexibility within this company and knowing that it not only has my back, but it has the back of every single team member when those exact same kind of scenarios pop up for them of like, I've been up since 3 because whatever. Like, take the day, homie. Like, great. We got it. And even doing it for
Yeah.
my other team members, it not just reminds me to do it for myself because I don't need to be reminded to do it for myself that often, but being able to do it for someone else reminds me that we've continued to prioritize that flexibility for our entire team. And I feel good when I'm like, oh, just take the day, like take the afternoon, take a slow morning, or like don't come to that meeting if you have a headache. That's fine. And I feel good about those things.